Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into the art of Moroccan mint tea. And trust me, this is so much more than just a drink. It's a journey into a really beautiful cultural tradition, an art form that's been passed down for generations. So let's get right into it. Right off the bat, this is the most important thing to get. In Morocco, making and serving mint tea, it's not a chore. It is a full-on, respected ritual. It's an act of welcome, it's a symbol of friendship, and there is deep meaning packed into every single step. The Moroccan word for this tea is atay, and that word really says it all. It is the absolute heart of their hospitality. If someone offers you atay, it's a sign of respect and friendship. The care they put into making it for you, that's a direct reflection of how much they care about you as their guest. So, how is this incredible symbol of friendship actually made? Well, it all starts with just a few simple but very, very specific ingredients. Let's take a look at the soul of the tea. Okay, here they are, the 4 pillars. And I want you to notice how specific this is. We're not using just any green tea. It has to be Chinese gunpowder tea. It's got this distinct kind of smoky flavor. And this is crucial. It has to be spearmint, which is also known as nana mint. It can't be peppermint. We'll get into exactly why that's so important a little later on. All right, now we get to what I think is the most fascinating and honestly brilliant part of this whole process. It's a 2-part ritual that seems totally backwards at first, but it is absolutely essential for getting that perfect flavor. Okay, just look at the contrast here. It's all about 2 very different rinses. The first one is to capture the spirit of the tea, that first most aromatic infusion. You pour in a little boiling water, let it sit for a minute, and then pour that concentrated golden liquid into a glass. You save it. Then, you do a second rinse, but this time you swirl it around really vigorously. The only reason you're doing this is to clean the leaves and wash away any bitterness. And here's the key. You discard this second rinse. You literally keep the soul of the tea and wash away all the harshness. It's genius. So, with the leaves cleaned and the spirit preserved, we move on to the main event. This is where the real alchemy happens, where all those elements come together to create that signature taste. So the first thing you do is reunite that spirit you saved with the tea leaves back in the pot. You add the rest of your water, and then you put the whole thing right on the stove to bring it to a simmer. This cooking of the leaves is what gives the tea its strong, beautiful color. Then you stuff in that big bunch of mint, add your sugar, and just let it simmer for 1 more minute. That's it. Okay, you've got everything in the pot. Now, you'd think you'd just grab a spoon and give it a stir to mix the sugar in, right? Wrong. The Moroccan method is way more elegant, and it has a very specific purpose. Instead of stirring, you pour a glass of tea out of the pot, and then you pour it right back in. And you do this 3, 4, maybe 5 times. So, what is the point of all this? And this is the brilliant reason why. Stirring with a spoon is actually too harsh. It can bruise the mint leaves and make them release a bitter flavor. This gentle pouring motion perfectly dissolves all the sugar and, this is super important, it aerates the tea, all while keeping those delicate mint leaves completely intact. The tea is brewed, it's been mixed, but we are not done yet. We have reached the final and most dramatic step. This is the hallmark of a true Moroccan tea ceremony. It's the move that separates the novice from the master. You've definitely seen pictures of Moroccan tea, right? With that beautiful, frothy foam on top. Well, that is not an accident. So how is it created? That foam actually has a name. It's called rahwa, which can translate to the turban. It's way more than just decoration. It's the visual proof that your tea has been perfectly aerated and skillfully prepared. Seeing a good rahwa tells a guest that their host has taken real care. So here it is, the secret. You pour from a height. We're talking at least a foot, 12+ inches above the glass. That long, steady stream is what hits the tea and creates that perfect, frothy ragwa. Now, to truly master the art of atay, there are a few final secrets of the host. Little things that honor tradition and make sure your guests have the perfect experience. A couple of great tips here. If you're struggling to get that foam, no big deal. Just go back to that mixing step, pouring the tea into a glass and back into the pot a few more times. That'll build up the aeration. And check out the glass etiquette. Traditional glasses don't have handles, so you only fill them about halfway. Why? So your guests can comfortably hold the top of the glass without burning their fingers. It's a small but really thoughtful detail. I know I mentioned this earlier, but it is so important it deserves its own moment. You absolutely must use spearmint. Its flavor is fresh and sweet. Peppermint, on the other hand, has way too much menthol. It's too cool, it's too spicy, and it will completely steamroll the delicate, smoky flavor of that gunpowder tea. Like any great tradition, a Thai adapts. During the colder months in Morocco, it's really common to add other herbs to the pot for a different kind of warmth and flavor. Two of the most common additions are sheba, which is wormwood. It adds this really distinct, bitter, and warming note that's just perfect for winter. Another beautiful option is to add just a few drops of orange blossom water. That doesn't change the taste so much as it adds this incredible layer of fragrance to the whole experience. And that brings us to the end. I mean, when you see the incredible amount of care and intention that goes into making a simple cup of tea, it really makes you think. It's a reminder that we can find beauty and meaning in these small, everyday actions. So the final thought I want to leave you with is this. What's a daily ritual in your own life, maybe making coffee, preparing a meal, that could be transformed into a ceremony with just a little more intention and care?